know it's like, oh.
Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel Algorithm Pod. I am Shrikant and I am teaching you Unit 5th of Cryptographic and Network Security. And today I am going to tell you about Authentication Header Protocol. Well, in the previous video I have told you that IP architecture works on two protocols, that is Authentication Header and Encapsulating Security Payload. So today we are going to understand about the Authentication Header Protocol. So what does this mean? So Authentication Header Protocol is nothing but this provides an integrity and authentication length of or authentication, sorry, this provides an integrity and authentication. What does this means is, let me say you want to send a data from one party to another. So if you are sending the data should be whole, like whatever you are sending, it should be same and it should not be altered. Apart from that, the person who is sending the data, should also be authenticated. So authentication header provides integrity and authentication of the data. Okay, now how does it look? Is this looks something like this. If diagram comes, draw this diagram and draw this diagram in very neat and clean way. Okay, not like this. So how does it look like? 0 to 8 bit consists of next header. From next, it consists of payload length and the rest of the part is reserved. Okay, the next parameter comes in is security parameter index, which is also known as SPI. The next one is sequence number, then last is authentication data variable. So this is the diagram, which is how the authentication header protocol looks like or how it works. So basically it consists of 0 to 31 bits. We'll understand this in much more easy and simple way. It is like bits which is sent over the internet. So this consists of a next header, payload length, and this particular part is reserved. So what is this next header? This next header is nothing but it tells you about the type of header it is. Okay, which type of header it is, like IPv4, IPv6. Okay, we'll study this in coming videos. Payload length, this tells you about the length of the original data, whatever data you are sending. As I have told you, this provides the integrity and authentication. So payload length provides you the length of original data, and reserved is for future extension. Let me say if you want to extend the bit of the data, so there is a reserved in which you can extend the data. Next comes this security parameter index. Now let's understand this in much more easy and simple way. So authentication data is nothing but variable field consists of integrity check value, which is a variable telling about integrity of data. Means, like, let me say the data you are sending is of 32 bits. Okay, so it should be of 32 bits. So what authentication data do is, authentication data, it is nothing but it is a variable field which consists of, means it holds a variable called ICV, and okay, VICV is equals to 30, let me say. So this consists like this. Okay, then comes a sequence number. Sequence number is nothing but it consists of 32 bits. Okay, it ranges from 0 to 2 to the power 32 minus 1. Okay, 32 bits. It assigns a number to the data packet being sent. Okay, it assigns a number, it assigns a number to the packet which is sent over the internet. Then comes up the topic called SPI. SPI is nothing but security parameter index. So it identifies the security association uniquely. Okay, it identifies the security association uniquely. So this is about authentication header. Okay, this is a very good protocol. Okay, and in this protocol you have something, this protocol works on a two medium. Okay, this protocol works on a two medium or two ways. So this, how this works is, this works on a transport mode and a tunnel mode. Both the algorithms, whether it is authentication header or whether it is encapsulating security payload, both works on two ways, which is transport mode and tunnel mode. Now I am telling you about the modes, how that works. So transport mode is nothing but end-to-end communication. Let me say you are using WhatsApp. Okay, you are using WhatsApp. So when you are using WhatsApp, you have end-to-end communication. You have seen that end-to-end communication. And again the next topic comes over here is tunnel mode. Tunnel mode is nothing but it works on a gateway to gateway. Okay, gateway to gateway, we'll understand this. So what happens is, in transport mode it encrypts the payload but not the IP header. Okay, we have seen the header, right? Okay, we have seen this diagram, right? So it encrypts the payload but not the IP header. whereas gateway or tunnel mode also encrypts payload and IP header. Both the things are encrypted in gateway. So this is how it looks like. Entity A 20 dB works on a transport mode. It's very simple. Let me say you want to send some money. You are on a website. You go and click on pay button. So when you go and click on pay button, what happens? You are connected to a different gateway, right? You have heard about this gateway. While still you have communicated on the website, but you goes on another gateway to pay the payment. So this is nothing but tunnel mode, and this is the transport mode. Okay, so this is more secure. Tunnel mode is more secure than the transport mode. Okay, now as I have told you that authentication header works on two modes, transport mode and header mode. So how does it looks like? You can see over here. So transport mode for authentication header. So we have IPv4. IPv4 is nothing but Internet Protocol version 4. So it consists of IP header. TCP is transmission control protocol and data. And like this particular part is before applying our authentication header protocol. So this part is nothing but we are not applying any sort of rule, any sort of protocol. So when we are not applying it, how it looks like: IP header, TCP and data. After we apply it, what happens is IP header, authentication header, and transmission control protocol and data. So this extra bit is added over here after applying authentication header protocol. Now here comes the IPv6. This is the version v4 and this is the version v6. Okay, so it consists of IP header, extension header, TCP and data. This is before applying TCP. After applying, what happens is IP header, extension header, authentication header and TCP data. Okay, transmission control and protocol and data. So this is how authentication works in a transport mode. Okay, now let us understand in the tunnel mode. Okay, how does it works in a tunnel mode? So again, before applying authentication header, it is IP header, TCP data. After applying it, we have new IP header, authentication header, IP header, TCP data. As you know that in tunnel mode, what happens, it is gateway to gateway, right? So both IP address, IP header and payload both are encrypted. So that's why we are adding this. Similarly for IPv6, what happens? IP header, extension header, TCP data. So IP header, extension header, authentication protocol, IP header, extension header, TCP and data. So this is being encrypted. So this was about your authentication header protocol. Okay, I hope you have understood the video. If you have understood the video, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for future notifications. Also like this video and share with your friends so that they can also prepare for the exam. Thank you.